I saw it destroy my confidence, my bank account, my mental health. That's just a snippet. I'd say that's how to sum it up, really. Last year, I joined an MLM, and that's where my journey began, and it ended last December, but I still managed to lose £7,000. And this is my story. This is my personal experience. I'm not blaming anybody for what happened to me, but I need to make people aware of the truth, because it's not the reality. Like, there isn't just one side to life of abundance and money. There is struggles too, and there is debt too. No one could tell me, absolutely nobody. My parents, my family, my friends, they were all saying, Georgia, isn't this a pyramid scheme? I was like, no, it's not a pyramid scheme, you kidding me? I was like, this is the best thing ever. I'm gonna do it no matter what. F it, let's just use all my life savings and invest. Because, you know, what am I gonna lose? I was so depressed and hopeless, just this void of hopelessness of I'm such a failure and I have not made this work, it's all on me, I've lost all this money, all because my why wasn't strong enough, my vision wasn't strong enough. I haven't heard of this before. I had no idea, absolutely no idea about online business, MLMs. I had no idea what the heck they were. And so I was like, this is so cool. This is like the opportunity I've been waiting for. I can make money. And I do not blame this girl. I will not name her, but I was sold to by her. And I was looking at all these training platforms, the videos, the compensation plan, and it's all so confusing. You have no idea. Like, it's so confusing taking in all this information, all these numbers, how much money you can make, this roadmap, what to do, how you can sell, everything. And I was 18 and I had no idea about marketing, sales. I was like, this is a whole new world. I was not telling the whole truth. No, I'm gonna look into cameras. I was not telling the whole... I was not telling the whole picture. And the people who I was traveling with, they couldn't understand what I was doing, and I would even, oh god, I would try and sell to everybody I knew. I would try to sell to everybody. I would tell everybody about this, and it's so irritating. It's so irritating. Honestly, I'm like literally annoying myself right now by talking about it. Tell everybody you have to message 100,000 people a year to make some sales, you know. I'm not going to expose what happens in the group chats, in the calls. There's plenty of videos online to show like what goes on in the amount of sales calls I went on, and honestly I was just making such a fool of myself. If they gave the full picture of what it takes to make a lot of money, I don't really think that a lot of people would invest. The people who I kind of conversed with on social media through these platforms, WhatsApp group chats, they genuinely think they're doing the right thing, and so I don't blame them for it because they believe the lies themselves. So much pressure for myself, and to make this sale, to make just one sale, and I forced it so much. And while I was traveling, I was in the most I was in the most disconnected place in my life that I think I've ever felt. Instead of being present with like the amazing people I met traveling, and honestly I met such amazing people, and I would just prioritize working on my business over being with them because I just felt so alone. I felt like I was failing in life. I felt so confused.
It's almost like I'm at a bar and I'm like trying to force you to go home with me or something. Like like no. It's really upsetting to me that I drew somebody else in that way. Like all my relationships were like, how can I make money from you?
I've never ever felt so bad in my life, apart from like some other experiences, but like this was top up there with like the worst experiences of my life.
Not good. I just, it's a lot harder than they make it seem. And it's definitely really hard if you're a genuine person.
Mm.
If you're authentic, you're getting nothing. You like the fake people are the ones that are getting all of the love and attention.
And that social media is not always real in what you see. I'm trying to take your advice and just live life, but at the same time, all of our conversations and everything are going through my mind, and it's changing me just from them going back and forth in my mind. And I actually enjoy it so much. I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah. How much money did you invest altogether, if you don't mind me asking?
Around 10,000, maybe a little bit more.
Wow.
Over the span of not even a year.
Jesus. And is that including like all the books and the courses and the platforms?
No, that is just products.
I wish I didn't spend so much time just working on it, but when I didn't achieve enough, there was no point in me spending that much time.
Yeah, we were about to say flew to the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I probably shouldn't have said that.
Direct Selling Association, or DSA, is a lobbying organization for MLMs, which promotes and defends its MLM members, trying to shut down Amway when Richard DeVos had he's the CEO of Amway and has ties to government figures.
And researchers also found that 99.6% of all sellers lose money instead of earning it.
It was very much like people telling their story of how they were successful, but it was all mindset. You're taught to look only to people who have what you want. Preaches that it's all about supporting one another, but it's not. And so, yeah, and it's not you. It's not not your fault. It's the way that it's built. And so, yeah, once I I fully left, I was like, there's this a weight. It was scary. I don't want to take that away from anyone. Leaving is probably one of the scariest things ever, because people tell you a lot of bad things happen to you when you leave, or you're told the only way you fail is if you quit. Over and over again, it's repeated, and you lose the people who you thought were your friends in that business. And it's interesting because it probably doesn't say how much is it that the distributors are buying versus how much did they actually sell to just customers. Because there's so many people who buy into think of sunk cost fallacy. You've already invested a certain amount of money into something. You're probably going to double down and spend even more because you have to make it work. And so I've known stories of people who have gone into companies and are $20,000 in debt.
What makes a real business? Let's just lay the ground foundations here. What makes a business? You own the IP, which means the branding is yours or your company's, a limited company, etc. You own the design assets, the copyrights, and the trademarks. You have the authority to make decisions on behalf of the company, the operations, such as the structure, the shares, and make decisions around the marketing, the product, the finance, the branding, the PR, customer experience, everything. You have control over it. Another one is you have the autonomy to be able to scale and sell the business or exit the business. And yeah, you're also seen by the law and service providers as an actual business in terms of tax, business loans, investment, advertising. That's kind of what makes a real business. That's a few foundations. So some facts also is TikTok has banned any sort of MLM promotion. I'm linking. So some of the propaganda that you may have come across is they say all companies are pyramid schemes. You have the employees, you have the managing directors, you have the managers, you have the boss, you have the CEO. It's like a pyramid thing, right? Because every job's a pyramid. You get to spend more time with your friends and your family. If you fail, it's your own fault. Obviously, it's your own fault. So what makes an MLM not your business is you don't own anything. You don't own the business, the IP, the products, the brand, and you actually work for someone else. The corporation controls your income and the company. You don't work for yourself. You're promoting these products on behalf of a company.
This is what I would say for anybody who is feeling like they might want to do something different or are feeling a bit disillusioned. Take, especially if this is a social media based business, which basically all of them are now, take time away. Give yourself a week, 2 weeks, get off of social media. Do not engage with the people who are in that network marketing company, and surround yourself with people who are loving and supportive of you, whether that be parents, like your partner, whatever it is, and just take time away, because that will give you clarity on what you actually want.
Not lying, but they're not showing the whole truth either. If I had put all that money into the business that I have now, that I put into Enagic and Monat, I could have made a real big start into my actual entrepreneurship journey. And I just thought there was no other way. I really thought there was no other way. And how amazing would it be for all these people who put all their effort, all their time and energy and money into these MLMs, into a real business. Very careful. Like, genuinely be very careful with what you decide to do with your time, your money, your energy. You cannot get back time. You can always get back money, but obviously it's detrimental for your mental health if you are losing loads and loads of money and feeling like you're a failure.